Okay, folks, listen. This is a live stream. Hold on. Darn it! Already I'm starting up. Man, this is like one of those, what do they call those blooper shows? Where they show you what happens when things go wrong. Anyway, so this is a live stream, and I'm going to be interacting with the viewers. And listen, folks, I told you I have some incredible information coming in the near future, and it's going to make you understand what is going on. Okay, like I said, this is the most incredible puzzle you've ever seen, and which I've explained to you that every piece of the puzzle has to fit perfectly, and that is why every year that it was fitting perfectly. But eventually the puzzle pieces come to an end, okay? And the picture of the puzzle becomes clear, okay? And you are going to see how the end of this puzzle is, going to come to fruition, okay? So for the people who are new and wondering what the heck am I talking about, I told you I have two predictions that on June 11th, there's going to be some type of event that I would call spectacular, but not in a good way, but something spectacular is going to happen in the state of Washington, and most likely ground zero is Seattle, but that whole area, because Seattle's in King County, okay? And somehow it connects to ELVIS after this June 11th event. And you're probably saying, what the hell are you talking about? What does ELVIS have to do with this? ELVIS is the beast out of the sea. He's the phoenix rising. He is the kraken. He's the camel that shoots through the eye of the needle. Because, the Space Needle is in Seattle. And he is the sea goat. And, ELVIS, he's born in January, which is the sign of the sea goat, okay? Anyway, that's that event. After that Seattle event on June 11th, there's somehow it connects to ELVIS. Either his name or the number of his name or his image becomes part of the mark of the beast, okay? You are going to see it's going to connect to either his name, the number of his name, or his image. Now, hold on. Man, my eye. So, listen, folks, you got to understand all the things I've gone through with this, doing these live stream, because I'm staring into these screens, the cell phones, and the brightness of the phone has destroyed my eyes, and me doing all this talking has destroyed my voice. My everything but everything is worth anything that I'm going through, and all the humiliation of people saying that, you're a false prophet and all that stuff. Hey, listen, folks, I don't care what people say about me. I did not start, I didn't do this, what's the word? I didn't do this to gain viewers, okay? I did this to tell the truth, and the truth is that is what the Holy Spirit has revealed to me, and you are going to see it come to fruition, okay? Anyway, so that Seattle event, like I said, is going to connect to ELVIS, and ELVIS was known as the king, okay? And Seattle is in King County, okay? So that's just another coincidence. Then there was that Martin Luther King connection. Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, Tennessee, where ELVIS lived. ELVIS lived in Memphis, Tennessee when the king was killed. Killed. And ELVIS was known as the king. So there's another strange coincidence. And if that's not enough, they now named King County, where Seattle is, in King County, they named it now after Martin Luther King. Okay? Now, nobody would be able to understand how that connects to ELVIS unless you put the connection. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't understand what that means. You know what I mean? The fact that they would name it that, but now you understand because of the fact that he was killed in Memphis, Tennessee. Okay. And Elvis was there at the time. So the king had the king whacked, and now he's gonna whack King County, okay, where Seattle is. Now, um, and the other prediction, before I get back to the Seattle event, my other prediction is that Trump, who is the devil twin of Elvis, he was the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. Elvis's identical twin died at birth, and that's why Trump was the replacement twin. Okay, because there can only be one antichrist, but there can be people who make sure that he's the antichrist. There's many antichrists. The Bible says that. Many antichrists in the last days. But there's one that's going to be the antichrist, okay? And that is Elvis. Trump is the second in charge. Then you have Obama, who's the third wheel of this. I mean, whatever. The third wheel of this monster charade. Anyway, so Trump, the next prediction I have is that Trump gets his head wound on August 4th. Trump gets the head wound on August 4th, which just happens to be Obama's birthday. Obama's birthday is on August 4th, and he was the president right before Trump, okay? Because it's predictive programming, okay? Okay? And so Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, most likely in Ohio. I believe it's Ohio 100%. I mean, like, whatever, 99%. But I'm 100% about the date of August 4th that he's going to get the head wound. And he survives the head wound. Okay, I believe that he survives the head wound and comes back like 3 or 4 days later on 8/7 or 8/8. Now, I forgot what I was saying, but anyway, Trump, he was born on 6/14, and 6 times 14 equals 84. So that's what I was saying. He's going to get his head wound on 8/4. And look, I'm not really here to talk about the Trump head wound so much. I'm more just trying to explain to you who Elvis is, okay? And so Elvis, he dies on the toilet. The toilet is known as a throne because they love to mock God, okay? For them to name the toilet the throne is mockery. And he dies on the throne. So the king, Elvis was known as a king, dies on the throne. And what was the king doing? But see, I'm going to get to something. Okay, I know all of you guys know this information, but I'm going to get to the point. It's, I have to repeat stuff, especially for the new people. What was the book Elvis was reading when he died on the toilet?
The Face of Jesus. According to Marietta naturopath and colon care, he was going into his bathroom to read for a while. The book he took in with him, interestingly enough, was The Face of Jesus by Frank Adams. That's the words of Presley's longtime friend and personal physician.
So he's reading a book called The Scientific Search for the Face of Jesus, okay? So now imagine the mockery of that. The dude dies on the toilet, because I told you, that's how these devils work, because they mock God, all right? Hold on. Anyway, so if that's not enough to know that there's mockery going on here, I don't know what is. So he dies. So the king dies on the throne, and Elvis, he was the first famous person to take a needle on live television. He took it on Bill Gates' first birthday, okay? And Bill Gates was born on 10/28/1955, but he took the needle. Elvis took the polio injection. He was the first famous person to take an injection on live television, and he did it on Bill Gates' first birthday. And Bill Gates was born in Seattle, where the needle is. And what is Bill Gates all about, And the guy who invented the polio injection, his name was Jonas Salk. Jonas Salk was 42 years old on the exact day that Elvis took the needle, because that was his birthday too. It was Bill Gates' birthday and Jonas Salk's birthday. But Jonas Salk was 42 years old the day Elvis took the needle. 42. And how old was Elvis when he died? 42. And what is the state of Washington? The number, 42nd state. Okay, again, what is the chance of that? Okay. And and Elvis was not only was he the first famous person to take a needle on television, he was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle. He made a movie called It Happened at the World's Fair, where he was in the Space Needle in the movie. And he was the first famous person to have anything to do with that Seattle Space Needle, okay? And, I could tell you a few more things about that. But also, how did you hear Elvis? Because, Satan, he's the prince of the power of the air, right? You heard him through the airwaves, Elvis, right? Through the radio, but also through the record. And what does the record have? A needle, okay? It has an arm and a needle. You understand? Okay? And the record player is, those record players had that needle in the front, in the middle, I mean. And that looks, images of the Seattle Space Needle from above. Stupid images. They don't give it. Look. I mean, this is a bad image, but whatever. What I'm trying to show here is that it looks like kind of like a record player, You see what I'm saying? It looks like a record player. And the needle is in the middle. You get what I'm saying? And the record spins around. Okay? And that's the Seattle Space Needle. Looks like a record. You know what I mean? A record player, the top of it. Okay? And so he was the first famous person to have anything to do with that Seattle Space Needle. And, and where, Elvis, where he lives in Tennessee, I mean, the state, he lived in Memphis, but the only other needle type structure that has the word space in it is the Gatlinburg Space Needle in Tennessee. And think about that. There's only two space needles, the word space and needle together. There's only two of them in the United States, and that is in Tennessee and Seattle. Okay? Anyway. Yeah, I mentioned that before. That arch in, what is it, St. Louis? Where's that archway? In St. Louis or something? Because that was on 1028 that it came out. Someone's mentioning that in the chat, but don't get me confused, because I know you're mentioning it because it has the word gate in it. Just like Elvis was involved in Watergate. You understand? There's so many connections, folks, with Elvis. Okay? Why he visited Nixon and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into that. But so what I'm trying to say is that Elvis is the representation of Lucifer. Okay? Listen. How is Lucifer described in the Bible as being adorned in jewels? Darn it. I want to see if I can find the Bible verse for it. Here. This is they're talking about Lucifer here. You were the signet of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. Sardis, topaz, and diamond, beryl, I don't know, onyx and jasper, sapphire, emerald and carbuncle, and crafted in gold were your settings and your engravings. On the day that you were created, they were prepared. So when Jesus, because Jesus is God, everything that was created by Jesus, through Jesus, for Jesus, okay? Jesus is God. And he created Lucifer, okay? And he made him perfect, Okay? He made Lucifer perfect, but what wasn't perfect is the free will, because you have to have free will. Okay? And he thought he was God. He was created so perfect, he thought he was God. And he's dressed in hold on. He's dressed in all this I mean, he's adorned in jewels, Lucifer, when he's in heaven. And who is adorned in jewels? Elvis. Elvis is always adorned in jewels. And he's adorned, he wears a cape like he's got wings, like, because I told you he's the Batman. And so this dude is the representation of Lucifer, okay? And Trump, he's the representation of Satan. Do you get it? So you have Lucifer, then Satan. You have Batman and Bruce Wayne. Do you understand? His alter ego, okay? Hold on. Yeah, hold on, folks. I got to look this up. Someone's mentioning something. Hold on. How many miles is it from the World Trade Center to the Seattle Space Needle?
The drive from Space Needle to World Trade Center Seattle is 0.9 miles.
Hold on, I got to look for the amount of miles. What is the distance in miles from the World Trade Center to the Seattle Space Needle?
The drive from World Trade Center Seattle to Space Needle is 0.9 miles.
I'm going to lose it. Oh, they're talking about World Trade Center in Seattle. Sorry. What is the distance between the World Trade Center in New York to the Seattle Space Needle?
The drive from World Trade Center to Space Needle is 2,854.5 miles.
Oh, you're talking about to Seattle or to the Space Needle? Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, you're saying to the Space Needle, right? Hold on. Maybe yours is different. The amount of you got to get the exact. What's the address that you're putting in? But let me look. How many people died on 9/11?
2,996 people.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got to get the exact address. See, that's not the same. I get what you're saying, but you know what is funny? That it's 42 hours the drive, because we were just talking about the 42. But you got to tell me like what the address is for me to put the exact address. Get me the exact address, and then I'll put the exact and then I'll put it in again. Because I don't know why it's not coming out. It's not coming out to the same for me. What you're talking about. But the 42 is interesting, the 42 hour. But anyway, so Elvis is the representation of Lucifer in heaven. Then Trump is the representation of what he became. Okay? Do you get it? All right? Now, and it's not a coincidence that he's born in the Big Apple, right? I mean, Trump is born in New York, right? And Satan tempted, the serpent tempted Eve, right? Trump is a snake, Elvis is a serpent, same thing. And the Big Apple, connecting to the of course, folks, we don't know exactly what the fruit was in the garden that Eve supposedly bit from, but whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The point is that and that's what that whole Apprentice show is about. Remember, I told you that Trump, he did the show The Apprentice because it's got the APP, and you'd think it's just a coincidence that the APP is the number one thing that people use is their apps. APP, right? It's got the PP in it, which I explained to you what the PP is all about to these crazy people. But for the new people, you're not going to understand what the hell I'm talking about. But so it's the app, and the word apprentice. If you take out the R, it's app entice. Okay. because that's what it did. The apple, entice, right? And apple has the EL in it. So it's app, entice. So what is the letter that's missing? If you take out that R, folks, pay attention, okay? So app and this, look, let me write this down for you. That way you can see what I'm about to show you. So look, app rentis, right? But take out the R, it's app entice. Now watch. So APP entice. Now what is the R? It's the 18th letter, right? And Elvis was born on 1/8. Okay, pay attention. So the app entice, right? Now, if you replace, so what's missing out of the app is the EL. So instead of the R, if you put app L, you know, I mean, I know it's LE, but L means God in Hebrew, and I know it's APPLE. But what I'm saying is because Elvis is the, you know, it's Elvis. Get it? He's the EL. So that's what I'm trying to say here is apple entice. Get it? All right. Anyway, so that was. I knew that when Trump came into office. By the way, this was before he came into office. I was telling everybody that he is here to bring end of days. And I was saying that, man, stupid gnat. It's like a gnat in my stupid. I can't kill it every time he comes up when I'm doing a live stream. This gnat. Anyway. Anyway, what was I talking about? Okay, so the Apprentice show with Elvis, right? And I mean, with Trump, and Trump is the devil twin of Elvis, like I said. So check this out. When was the first show of The Apprentice? It doesn't say it. Let me just show it to you. I don't know if you can see it. You know, I don't think you. Stupid. There it is. January 8th, The Apprentice. Look at that. January 8th, folks. You know why that's important? When was Elvis born?
Elvis Presley was born on January 8th,
See that?
1935.
So the first episode of The Apprentice was on Elvis's birthday. Now, just ask yourself, what is the chance of that? Okay? That alone should make you think, like, what is that about? And notice the number that it started. 2-4. Look at that. Next year is 2004. You see what I'm saying? 2-4. I don't have Alexa. Is that Alexa? I don't know. What I don't think it'll answer because I don't have Alexa. I don't know whatever the hell Alexa is. Anyway, someone's asking me to do something. You ask it and tell me what it says. Okay, anyway, I was just telling you that Elvis is the representation of Lucifer and Trump is what he is it's all about the past and the present. Okay? PP. Okay? The PP. Past, present. And Elvis is the past, Trump is the present. Okay? It's the Janus twins, okay? And you think it's a coincidence. All right, pay attention. You think it's a coincidence that Janus twins are all about it's the God, it's a two-faced God, the Janus twin. I mean, the Janus God is the two-faced God. And do you think that, because remember, EL means God in Hebrew, all right? And the only place that could equal this is the word Seattle. And I know you're not going to understand this because I've shown it many times. So the words EL, Janus, equals the word Seattle. EL Janice equals exactly the same as the word Seattle. Okay? And if you don't believe me, because I told you folks, I gotta show it. That way you understand that I'm not just making stuff up, okay? And you're not understanding, okay? You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense, right? If I'm not showing it for, especially for the new people, it's like, what does that even mean? Just give me a moment. Okay. So L Janice, okay? EL, remember Elvis starts with EL. L Janice, this is what it equals, okay? 8219 10744. 8219 10744, okay? For L Janice. L Janice equals the exact same as, see, Seattle. Seattle equals 8219 10744. Same exact as L Janice. Remember? Watch. Let's go back to L Janice. See? L Janice, 8219 10744. Now, is it a coincidence that Seattle's anagram is the L state? Seattle anagram is L state. Take the EL and then spell the word state. STATE. So L state. So what better place to birth L than to L state? Okay? So because ELVIS is going to be birthed out of the C. Okay? Wait, what are you guys, hold on, what are you guys talking about here? Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about that before. The C, the letter C and the word cattle. Yeah, we've talked about that in the past. But God bless all of you for, participating. I appreciate all the because we all need each other to get this piece of the puzzle going, man. And um anyway, let me keep going. So what better place to birth L than L state, right? Seattle. And is it so to birth L? Remember, they're going to birth L, okay? So the word birth L equals the exact same as the word Lucifer. Birth, birth L, BIRTH, birth L or L birth equals the exact same as the word Lucifer. Exact same numbers, okay? So birth L equals Lucifer. So what better place to birth L than to L state, right? Okay? It's just simple logic, man. All right? And I told you that Elvis, you know, he needs vessels, like, you know what I mean? He needs a vessel, and Trump is his vessel, right? Anyway, Elvis, if you look at the word vessel, it looks like Elvis, you know what I mean? Backwards. This, this. Get it? Elvis, vessel. Anyway, and vessel, by the way, equals 8219. Just like Seattle, but not every letter, not every number is the same, but 8219 equals the word Seattle, but the backwards numbers is not the same. See, almost every letter is the same. I mean, almost every number is the same, but it's not. Only the forward numbers for vessel. But anyway, for equaling Seattle, I'm saying. But anyway, so I've done a whole video about that, so this is nothing new. I'm going to get to the something I'm going to show, okay? Hold on. And by the way, Space Needle, it equals the word fallen angel in gematria. and the word double eagle too. So Space Needle equals fallen angel, Space Needle equals double eagle, whatever. And Elvis used to wear a double eagle on his belt, and he used to wear all this dragons and phoenix birds and peacocks, you know what I mean, on his outfits. Okay, so Space Needle equals fallen angel. And what is the anagram for Space Needle? It's L need capes, which is, cape. He used to wear cape. Or L needs cape. So it could be either one. L needs with an S, cape, one cape, or L need capes, two capes, okay? So it's whichever one you want to see it, but that's every letter I'm using for the word Space Needle. L needs cape or L need capes. And then the other anagram for it is L escape den. It's saying it's escaping its prison. L escape den. Okay. Again, I ask you, what are the chances of these things? Okay. Now, so if all of that is not enough already, I mean, like I said, this is just some of the stuff, folks. This is not like, and I told you that Lucifer. I'm getting to the point, folks. Okay. Remember, Jesus, I told you, created Lucifer. Okay. And when Jesus created Lucifer, he gave him a perfect name. Okay? Okay, so so Jesus is equals 74, the name. If you just add up the letters, J is the 10th letter, E is the 5th letter, S is the 19th letter, U is the 21st letter, S is the 19th letter of the alphabet, equals 74. Lucifer equals 74 also. But the other numbers, the backwards numbers and the reduced numbers are not the same. Only the top number, which is the most important one anyway. But Jesus equals 74. He created Lucifer perfect, gave him a perfect name. Then when he lost his name, when he got tossed out, he became Satan. Satan equals 55. And then what did he lose? He lost 19. He lost his 19 crown because 55 plus 19 equals 74, right? So Lucifer lost his 19 crown. And what was this thing called? This Corona 19. Okay? And even the word VIRUS has connections, but I'm not going to get into that. But so it's the Corona 19. Corona means crown. Corona crown 19. Elvis needs his 19 crown, right? So where was the first time that we saw this 19 crown sickness come to America? Where was it? In Seattle. The first time that Corona 19, Crown 19 came to America was in Seattle. Then the first death was in King County. The first outbreak was in Kirkland, Washington, which is in King County. So everything is about the 19 crown being with Seattle. Now, where was the first clinical trials of the 19 miracle cure? In Seattle. Somebody named Jennifer Haller was the first one, okay? She was the Seattle native, okay, for the clinical trials. Then who was the first famous person to get the 19th crown sickness? Who was the first famous person? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks, what was he doing when he got the sickness? He was filming the Elvis movie. Do you understand how everything connects to Elvis, man? And Tom Hanks's movies all connect to Elvis, all right? Okay? Yeah, I see your comment. And yeah, I've talked about that, absolutely. But I appreciate everyone's comments. God bless you. Hold on one second. I'm trying to see if I have some other stuff written over there because I have so many cards everywhere. Okay, anyway, so Lucifer became Satan, and Satan is, you know, Lucifer is a Elvis is a representation of Lucifer, okay? And basically Trump represents Satan, okay? Even though they're both the same, because that's what this is about. Elvis is the past, Trump is the present, the PP, okay? And for the people who don't know what I'm talking about with the PP, you just got to watch a few of my videos and eventually you'll get it where I explained it. And it's not a coincidence that Presley, P-R-E-S, is the first four letters. And that's like president, president, okay? And you think it's a coincidence that Graceland looks like the White House? You see what I'm saying? It looks like the White House. And you know, I just said the Presley sounds like president, right? And it's 1600 Pennsylvania, whatever the hell, Pennsylvania. But anyway, it's 1600 Pennsylvania Road. Check this out. You know, Elvis was born in the first month. Trump's born in the sixth month. The 1-6 with the two crowns. Get it? The double crown. 1600. Anyway, so anyway, what was I going to talk about, folks? Now I'm losing my mind. This video is going way too long. I was going to show something else, but let me just show this real quick. I've completely lost my train of thought here. Check this out. So if you think it's a coincidence, remember I told you that Satan equals 55. The letter here, let me just write it out that way you can see. Okay, what Satan equals. S. I just want to make sure you guys understand it. S equals 19. A equals 1. T equals 20. A equals 1. And N equals 14. Okay, so I know I didn't have room to put the total, but 19 plus 1 is 20, plus 20 is 40, plus 1 is 41, plus 14 is 55. Okay, so it's Satan equals 55. Okay, now when was Elvis born? You know how this is how they write dates, you know, sometimes, all right? And yeah, Elvis's anagram, I've talked about this many times. Elvis is the word lives or evils or lives, lives, lives. That's what that whole Black Lives thing was all about. Getting his name everywhere. And Levi's, that's what the Levi's is all about. You know what I mean? I talked about this. All right, now, so January 8th is Elvis's birthday, okay? And it can be written like this. You see that? It can be 1-8 or it can be 1-0-8, okay? Now, so Satan equals 55, right? Please tell me, what is the chance that if you wrote out the word 55, look at this. 55 equals 108. Look at that. And he was born in 35. And you know what's funny? And of course you have the 45 because Trump is the 45th president, and you end with another 1-8 with a crown. But look, so you get 108, and you know the Antichrist number is 154. So you have 108 and the 154. And what does that add up to? 162. And what is the 162nd day of the year? June 11th, the day I'm telling you that Seattle is going to be slewed. Okay? Are you getting what I'm showing you? 55 equals 108, which is Elvis's birthday. And then it's 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. You see? Okay, folks, I'm just trying to show you that if you think these are coincidences, you're nuts. Okay? You're just nuts. And is it just a coincidence that Elvis is born on 1/8, just like I just showed you? The Antichrist number is 154. And that's what that first row had. It had the 108, and if you add the 1 to the 54, you know what I mean? Stupid thing won't even 108, 154, get it? 108, 154. And is it a coincidence that from Elvis's birthday to 611 is either 154 days or 155 or 156, but if you don't add the day, it's 154, okay? Anyway, I'm not going to get into what that all means right now, but so remember I showed you that the word God, okay, it can be said in two different ways because G is the 7th letter and O is the 15th letter, D is the 4th letter. But if you reduce the number, because 15 is the only number that can be reduced, 1 plus 5 is 6. So it's the same numbers, but it'd be 7, 6, 4. Isn't that interesting that 7, 15, 4, and then the lower numbers would be 7, 6, 4. And look, so 154 and 64 right here equals the Antichrist number. Look at that. It's right there in the word God. Do you see that? And Elvis, he died in 77. 7, you see? Anyway. What else here? Oh, isn't it interesting? Because look, on a regular year, not a leap year, look at this. Because, folks, I'm going to show you some incredible information connecting to the leap year, but just pay attention. From Elvis's birthday to 611 on a regular year, it's 154 or 155 days if you add the day. If you don't add the day, it's 154, right? Isn't it incredible that if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 55, it equals 154 with a crown. So you got the crown. The Antichrist is looking for his crown. And look, it's 1 through 55. I just showed you that the 154 or 155 day is from Elvis's birthday to June 11th. You see what I'm saying? 154, 155. From 1 through 55, 155, get it? It equals 154 with a crown. Because that's when he gets the crown on that day. You get what I'm saying? I guess this is just all coincidences, right? And is it a coincidence that that I told you I have two predictions, that August 4th is Trump's head wound, right? So check this out. And August 4th is the 216th day of the year. And remember, we're talking about, 154 or 155, and I showed you how important the 1 through 55 is. The 155 is super important to this puzzle. Okay, so if you add the dates, 155 days. Look, if the first time that you see the number 216 is when you write the words 155. So if you were to write number 1 or number 2 or number 3 or just keep putting into the calculator, you'll never see 216 until you get to this number. 155 is the first time when you put it into the calculator, the words 155, those 4 words into the gematria calculator, it equals 216. This is the first time. You see that? And that's the August 4th date. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, okay? So you have the 162 or the 216. But what's important is, because see, Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216. And the 216th day of the year, I said, is August 4th, right? And 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. See, it's all, it all connects to all this. So, and okay, now, folks, pay attention, okay, what I'm about to show. Let me recap this for a second before I show you the next thing, okay? Because I don't think because right now I'm about to show something that's super important. What do you mean, what does AT&T have to do with anything? What do you mean? The AT&T is the ATA, the whole thing is about the ATT. Hey, but I'll get to that later. Okay, right now, first of all, I'm dying of heat in here, folks. I have the air conditioning off because I wanted you to hear me without that noise. So I have to hurry up and finish this video. Okay. Yeah, the ATT is connected to the 911. I'll show it later. Okay, but look. Now I'm going to repeat this. Okay. So remember. Hold on. Man, I don't want to show all this. Okay, I'm not going to go through all that. So remember, Elvis Aaron Presley equaled 216, right? And the first number that equals 216, when you write it into the calculator, the first number is 155. And I told you from Elvis's birthday to June 11th, if you add the day, it's 155. From Elvis's birthday to June 11th, okay? So the first time you see the number 216, which is August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound, the first time is 155, which equals 216. And from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is 155. So it connects to the August 4th and to June 11th. That's my point. And Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, right? Pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. Now, because this is all about the firsts. Everything about the firsts, okay? So that was a first, what I just showed you, that the 155 equals 216, the first number that does that. Now, hold on. I'm trying to catch up to the chat here. So the first, okay, watch this. So, Elvis and his identical twin, they both equal 67 when spelled like this. See, Jesse is spelled Jessie on his gravestone. So the identical twins, Elvis and Jesse, Elvis, his name equals 67. And of course, Elvis lives, right? Because he lived. He didn't die at birth. And Elvis's anagram is lives. Jesse, he died, okay? So, and I told you there can only be one. Okay, what is that, like that Highlander movie or whatever, that Highlander show? There can only be one because there had to be one Antichrist. I'm trying to explain this to you. So 67, okay, Elvis equals 67, Jesse equals 67, and one of them, died at birth. So Elvis equals 67. Now, pay attention. 67 is the first, okay, before I say that, June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, okay? June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, which is a Seattle event, okay? So Elvis equals 67, right? And the first number to equal 162 is 67, okay? And the next time you see 162 is 76 because it's the same letters. So 67 and 76 is the same letters. That's why they both equal 162. But 67 is the first one. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And it's the last time you see it. Okay, so 67 is the first time you see 162. And Elvis equals 67. So again, we're talking about a first. But do you understand what I'm telling you? It's about first. So the first time you see the number 162 equaling a number that's written out is June 11th, is 67 and equals 162, and June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. So it's all about firsts, okay? Now, so remember there was two 67s, right? But there can only be one. So imagine seeing 167. Guess what happens when you have the first number? This is the first number that does this. Watch what it does, okay? 167 is the first number that equals the same forward and backward. See, 167. So it's the 167. Do you get it, what I'm trying to say? Because there can only be one, okay? So there's 167. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, I ask you, what is the chance? So this is the first number that equals forward and backward the same when putting it into the gematria calculator, okay? Are you getting that? Folks, please tell me you're getting this, because this is so complicated to fully grasp what's going on here. Okay, now, so watch this. So remember that 216 was August 4th, right? And I told you Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, and he needs a crown. And that's why Trump's head is a crown. The head is a crown, folks, okay? So Trump's head, just like JFK's head was a crown, all right? They needed his block to be knocked off or whatever. You know, when I say that, I mean like in parentheses, because we don't know what really happened, okay? Because I don't believe anything we see. But look, so he needs a crown on that 216, because Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. So he needs a crown on his head, okay? So the first, and I told you Elvis, everything about Elvis is about the 666, okay? So the first number when adding a crown, folks, pay attention. The first number when putting a crown on it, and the crown is the 0, the O, I mean, the letter O. So if you were to put a crown on every single number, starting with number 1, put a crown on it. Then erase that. Then put crown on number 2. Erase it out of the calculator. Crown on number 3. Erase it. You just keep going all the way. You will never see this until you get to this number. And what is it? Look. You put a crown on the number 216. Look what it equals. Not only does it equal the same forward and backward, but it equals 666. See? 333, 333, 666. See, it's not so important that it's 666. It's important that it equals the same forward and backward, and then the 666. And it's the first time with a crown, any crown, you put any number, a crown on any number, it'll never do this. Only with the 216, okay? Do you see it? Do you see it? And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. You need to go get some of these 99-cent glasses. Okay? Get some of these 99-cent glasses. It might help you. Okay? Now, before I show you this next piece, I got to make you understand something, all right? So, the word wizard is a very important word, but I don't want to get into the details of all of it. But if you split the word wizard up, I'm going to tell you why, okay, later. But the word whiz, oh man, you know what? Let me just show it to you, because I can't explain it. You're lost? Well, you got to watch it from the beginning if you're lost, because you're not going to understand it if you're lost right now. Hold on. Yeah, because I told you Elvis is the Wizard of Oz and Trump is the Wiz, okay? Elvis is the wizard and Trump is the Wiz. He's the lesser, okay? Now, man, I'm dying. Man, it's hot. It's like I'm starting to sweat in the back of my neck, folks. Hold on. Wiz, I want you to understand. Okay, I want you to see why I'm showing you this, okay? This is why everything's a mockery, folks, okay? Okay, oh yeah, I do have to show you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I appreciate you guys saying turn the air conditioning on, but no, the noise is, it's just too much. It's annoying for the people. Um, See, if this video, if I was not going to leave this video up, I would have done that. Um, okay, now pay attention. Okay, so um, wait one more second, folks. I have to. Give me one more second here. Silly, man. I'm so silly, man. What is, man, I'm about ready to lose it, folks. Hold on. I keep messing up here. Sorry. Well, I just saw something too. Oh, man, I got to write that down. Hold on, folks. I got to write that down. Uh-oh. I got to add it to something. I just saw. Man, I'm hoping it connects like I think it does. Where was it? Wow. I don't remember where it goes now. Unreal, man. Where does it go? Give me a second, folks. Wow. Darn it. Sorry, folks. I messed up here. I mean, no, I didn't mess up. I mean, I found something. I need to add it to something. That's why I can't forget. If I forget, I'll just forget if I don't do it right now. Okay. All right, folks. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, yeah, this thing. Look, I messed up this whole thing. I don't have time to figure it out. Look, I want you to see what I'm saying here. Whiz, I separated the word whiz and ard, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why, okay? Because because I told you Elvis is the wizard, okay? And why did I separate it? I'll tell you in a moment, okay? Because whiz is an abbreviation of wizard, right? And whiz is the backwards numbers of I am, because Jesus, who is God, God said I am, okay? And uh and you know, God in the Bible says, I am that I am, you know, like he's like a double I am. And that's what that is right here. Look, whiz, and the last three letters of wizard is ARD, is the backwards. I mean, see, whiz is the backwards of I am. It's the same numbers, but backwards. It's 58, 22, 23, 14. This one is 23, 14, 58, 22. See, I am means wizard, I mean whiz backwards. So wizard means I am, and then backwards I am. I am, I am. You see? Okay? So, and I told you Elvis is the Wizard of Oz. Trump is the whiz. Okay, now, you'll see what I'm saying right here in a moment. Because see, the word wizard, let me show you what the word wizard equals, okay? Because it's that way you understand the fact that, see, when something equals the same forward and back, like the way I separated it right there, three letters whiz and three letters that way, it's the backward and forward. It's going to add up to the same numbers forward and backward. Watch. See, the wizard equals the exact same. See, the word wizard equals 8136, 8136. You see, and look at that, 162. That's June 11th. Look, but look at this. It's 8-1. You know, Elvis was born on 8-1. I mean, 1-8, and you can say the date backwards, 8-1. And his twin was born on 1-8. You get what I'm saying? There's two of them born on 1-8, 8-1. But anyway, forget about that. the point I'm trying to make is that wizard is a special word. There's other words that equal the same forward and backward, but this one is a special one. I've shown why before, but anyway, so whiz means I am backwards, and Elvis is the wizard, and wizard means I am, and I am backwards. See, you get it? So, uh, uh, so that's why the word wizard is super important, because it's I am, and Elvis is the wizard, and Trump is just the whiz. He's just the I am. Now, you remember I showed you that Trump's going to get his head one on the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th. And when you put a crown on 216, you get this equation, which is a perfect equation, right? And I told you that that Elvis equals 216, and he's looking for his crown. So the crown on the 216, get it? Which is August 4th, right? And I told you Elvis is the wizard and Trump is the whiz. Now, and because Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year, and we're talking about a crown, the head, and I told you that with crown on the 216, Elvis equals 216. So you put a crown on the 216, which is August 4th. Trump's going to get a head wound. When you put the word whiz with Donald John Trump, what do you get? This is the words, see? Whiz, Donald John Trump. It equals the exact same as what I showed you here. 216 with a crown, you see? Are you getting what I'm showing? I'm going to show you to you on the calculator right now, okay? Because I know some of you are not going to believe it, you know, unless you see it. So, are you getting what I'm throwing out there? Okay, so now if you don't believe me, I'm going to show it to you, you know, because see, hold on. Let me type it all out. That way I can prove to you what I'm, you know, showing. Okay. So remember, whiz means I am. So when you're seeing that, it's mockery of God. Okay, so whiz. So you remember, whiz is the I am backwards. Okay, hold on. Whiz Donald John Trump. Look what it equals. See? You see that? It's same numbers forward and backward. And you have the 666. Okay? Now, so, and I told you that he's going to get his head wound, the crown, on the 216th day of the year. You put a crown, you put the letter O with the words 216. You see what it equals? The same thing as whiz Donald John Trump, see? Do you get what I'm saying? So 216 with a crown, because that's August 4th. Trump's getting his head wound, his crown, you know, because he's getting Elvis's crown. I mean, you know, Elvis needs him to get the head wound, okay? It equals the exact same as whiz Donald John Trump, okay? Hold on. Okay. Again, I've already look for the people who don't understand. I told you guys that this puzzle is coming to an end. Okay, I don't know if it's good. I know I'm not 100% whether he's going to get it this year, Trump. I just know that the dates are perfect. Everything is perfect. The only thing I didn't know was the year. Okay, and there's a reason for that. Is because I had to calculate the perfect understanding of what it had to be and what they were going for. There was no way to figure that out. That's why it says in Revelation 13:18, it says, here is wisdom, let him who hath understanding calculate the number of the beast. What did you think it was going to be? It was just going to be the easiest thing. What is wisdom about typing somebody's name in and coming up with 666? That's not wisdom. Wisdom is this, figuring this puzzle out. This is insanity, okay? This is only somebody who's completely insane could figure this out, okay? You'd have to be crazy to figure this out, okay? There's just no way, okay? Anyway, so interestingly enough, not many things equal that, what I was just showing you, but Washington's birth year, the birth year, 1731, interestingly, it equals, because he originally was born in 1731, but they changed it to 1732, his birthday. But look, it equals the same as what I just showed with Wiz Donald John Trump and 216 with a crown. Anyway, that's no big deal, but it's still this connection there. And by the way, just to let you, again, I ask you, is this just a coincidence? Pay attention here. Elvis, he died on August 16th, okay? August 16th is the 228th day of the year, okay? Now, why did Elvis die on the 228th day of the year? And remember, Elvis Aaron Presley, his name equals 216, okay? And I told you he needs the crown. So the 216th day of the year is August 4th. Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, okay? And he needs his crown, and Elvis died on 8/16, right? Which is the 228th day of the year. So Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. 216 is August 4th. Elvis Aaron Presley, which equals 216, but he dies on August 16th, and August 16th is the 228th day of the year. And it just so happens that the words 216 equals 228. Look at that. 228, and it just so happens you have the 8-4. I mean, what is the chance of that? The 216th day of the year is 8-4. Elvis dies on the 228th day of the year, 8/16. And 8-4 is the 216th day of the year. And Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. You see what I'm saying? And wait. Hold on. All right, I'm just getting rid of this clown. Yeah, I knew there was a troll in here. Please, folks, listen. When you see a troll in the chat, just don't talk to the trolls, right? The guy's a complete liar, and he's gonna burn in hell, whatever he's saying. They're just here to troll. Okay, so is it just a coincidence? Look at this. That the back number is 231 right here. Look, if you put a crown on, if you put a crown on Elvis Aaron Presley, because Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. If you put a crown on it, it would equal 231. With his name, I'm saying. Not like this. This is actually writing it in there. Where is it? Where is this silly thing? See, this is the words crown 216. See, you're putting the letter O and the words 216. I'm not talking about that right here. I'm talking about, because see right here, Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name equals 216. See what I mean? So if you put a letter O on Elvis Aaron Presley, it would equal 231, because the letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. So it'd be 231. And it just so happens that, the 216, I told you August 16th is the 228th day of the year. The words 216 written out equals 228. And then, like I said, if you added Elvis Aaron Presley and put a crown on it, it would equal 231. And look, it's you know what? I don't want to get into every detail, folks. It's just way too much. Now look at this. You remember I told you that he needs a crown, right? Elvis, right? Okay, he needs a crown, and so he dies on August 16th, which is the 228th day of the year, right? And I told you if you put the words 216, it equals 228. And 216th day of the year is August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound, which is a crown, because the head. So August 16th equals 228, 216 equals 228. That's the day Elvis died, August 16th, right? So if you put a crown on the words August 16th, look what it equals. If you put a crown on August 16th, it equals 228. See that? I mean, again, I asked you, what is the chances of that? You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, man. You go figure it out. I'm just trying to tell you, these are impossible coincidences, okay? And let me see here. I know there's something else that I'm missing here. Hold on. Give me a second here. Hold on. I'm just reading the chat. No, I'll actually bring it up, you troll. There's a troll in the chat. Let me explain something to you, you filthy lying troll. Let me tell you something. What I hate is people who come and lie, okay? Let me tell you something. And I hate having to bring this up and because you're ruining the flow, but I have to because see, I'm not scared to talk about somebody who's gonna lie, and I'm not gonna ignore it. Okay, so when I was first coming on YouTube, okay, I was doing fake news videos. Okay, now, but years ago, I had a premonition of the Space Needle. And I didn't even know what the Space Needle was. Okay, this was back in 2009, 2010 or something like that. I don't remember the exact year, but it was around that time. And this is before I even came on YouTube. And I had this weird premonition about the Space Needle. And I looked up on the internet about Seattle, and I didn't see anything. All I saw was people talking about there might be an earthquake in Seattle. That's all I saw. So I didn't think anything of it. I just let it go, right? And then when I was doing this Trump-Obama puzzle, when Elvis hadn't even come in the picture yet to me, I was talking about where is the next 9/11 going to be, right? That's what, everyone was trying to figure out. Where is the next 9/11 going to be? And that's where how I got to Seattle was the ATA code, okay? And because Manhattan has the ATT, Seattle had the ATT, and if you know my videos, you know what I'm talking about. That's how I came up with the Seattle being the next 9/11, okay? And by the way, I didn't pick 6/11 because it's the upside down 9/11. That came supernatural too, all right? Hold on. And I'm going to prove it to you how it came up, all right? This is how it started. Man, I wish I could. I wish I knew where I put that. Hold on, that way I don't have to rewrite everything. I guess I'm have to. I hate when I have to rewrite everything. Hold on. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is, but I'll rewrite it all. Just for this stupid troll. You dummy. I already erased the stupid troll, but like I said, I had to answer a stupid question because he's saying I copied somebody. I didn't copy anybody. I never have, never will. You stupid troll. Anyway, um, where was I? Oh yeah. So the first pilot that they said that ran into the towers, okay? His name was Mohammed. And by the way, I don't know how they spell it, but sometimes they spell it with like this. But I know that Mohammed can be spelled many different ways, but I don't care about the first name. It's all about his last name. His name was Mohammed Atta, okay? Mohammed Atta was the first pilot. Yeah. I mean, the first plane that hit, he was piloting it supposedly, and his name was Atta. And then after it happened, what were they calling it? This thing. They were calling it the 9/11 attacks. So again, attacks has the Atta. So Mohammed Atta, 9/11 attacks has the Atta. Okay? Then you have, hold on. And where did it happen? This event. Look. In Manhattan has the Atta. Manhattan has the Atta. Okay? That's Atta again. Now, if that's still not enough for you, watch and you'll see how it all gets to Seattle in a moment. So the plane that hit the towers, that plane was, look. It was an American Airlines, AA, and it hit the Twin Tower. You understand? TT. So again, it's the ATA. You see that? ATTA. You see that? The ATA. Do you see how crazy that is? So again, an ATA. I'm asking you, what is the chance? American Airline Twin Tower. Okay? And, oh, yeah. Whatever. And, by the way, I shown how all that Twin Tower, the whole thing, all the building numbers, everything connects to 9/11 and 6/11. Now, how does it get to Seattle? Okay, let me show you. Okay, so remember, we're talking about the ATA, the ATTA. What is missing with Seattle? The missing piece to the word Seattle is what's missing out of Seattle to make the ATA, the A? Where is the A? It's right there. The Space Needle. The Space Needle is the big A. Okay? That's the ATA, and there's the A. They needed the ATA. Okay? And of course, there's a reason for the ATA, folks. I hate having to explain everything over and over again, but the reason that ATA is so important to this puzzle is because, okay, listen, the word perfect, okay, equals 7337, okay? Perfect, I'm going to show it to you right here, okay? Equals 7337. Man, it's not that I hate doing this, but I'm so, I hate having to write it over and over again, you know. Hold on. So the word perfect, by the way, look at that. It has a 611 backwards right there. Look at that. It's 7337. And why is this important, the word perfect? Because 7 and 3 and 3 and 7 looks like the letters E and L. It's the E-L-E-L. L. L even. Okay? That's why the towers look like an 11. It's the L even. Like the Father, Son. Because they're even. All right? The Father and Son. And so 73 and 37 equals the word perfect. And why is this important? Because we're talking about the 7 and 3 and 3 and 7 looks like the letters EL, you know, so we're talking about EL, right? 7337. And Ata, the letters Ata, what are those letters? If you look at that, you'll see what I'm saying here. Watch. 1, 2, and then 2, 1. So now if you take out here's the Ata. A is the first letter, T is the 20th letter, T is the 20th letter, A is the first letter, right? So if you take out the 2 O's, which is a crowns, those two are crowns. So if you take out the 2 O's, it'd be 1, 2, 2, 1, 12, 21, okay? Now watch. The 12th prime number equals this, and the 21st equals this. So I guess it's just a coincidence, right? Look, the 12th equals 37, 21st equals 73. See, it's the perfect 7337, the Ata, okay? And it's with 2 crowns, okay? So the 12th prime number is 37, the 21st prime number is 73. And what is the total is 110, you know, the 110. And look how many floors, look at the total, 110, right? How many floors were on each building? 110, 110. You see what I'm saying? On the Twin Towers, there was 110, 110 floors. Now, you remember I told you everything's about the crown, okay? So the word Father by itself equals 58. It equals 5831, okay? Now, if you put a crown on the word Father, because the Father, of course, obviously has a crown, all right? So you put the word Father with a crown, what do you get? Look. It equals the exact same as perfect. Put a crown on the word Father, it equals the word perfect. Remember, I told you perfect equals 73, 37, 110, 116, 35. Right there. So Father with a crown, because the Father in heaven is perfect. And it equals the word perfect, right? Now, so the Father with a crown equals perfect, right? And is it just a coincidence that Ata, the word Ata, does Ata mean father and twin?
According to Milo, the meaning of Ada is father, twin. A variant spelling is Ata, ancestor, forerunner, and forefather in Turkish.
First of all, I don't care what language it's in. The fact that it's a name that nobody knows. So Ata is father or twin. So you have the Twin Towers and you have the father connection of what I just showed you, right? And in the Bible, who did they say is the father's name in the Bible? You see? Abba. 1, 2, 2, 1. A is the first letter, B is the second letter. You see that? Abba. And I just showed you the Ata. The Ata is one. Ata is 120, 21. 1, 2, 2, 1. You see what I'm saying? And Abba. And Ata means father or twin. You see what I'm saying? I mean, these are impossible coincidences, folks, what I'm showing you. Absolutely impossible. Okay? Man, whatever. I give up, folks. I'm trying to, you know, it's so much, man. I can't even, I can't take it, man. I'm about ready to lose it. Hold on, folks. But anyway, back to, so for anyone who got in late, make sure you watch from the beginning, okay? All right, because you're not going to understand what this whole thing was about, okay? And that's what I was going to show about Father, right? Remember, you put a crown on Father, and if you put a crown on Jesus, look what happens. Hold on, folks. So remember, I told you that Father with a crown equals 7337, 110 in the first row. See that? And I told you all about the Alpha and Omega. So Father equals 7337, 110 in the forward numbers. Put a crown on Jesus. Look where the 7337, 110 is in the back. So the forward is the Father with a crown. The backward is the Jesus. The Father, the Son, the Alpha, Omega. See that? How perfect is that, folks? And by the way, look at what it ends with. 162, June 11th, 216, August 4th. You see? Yeah, for God bless all of you. For all those who have, spiritual eyes and ears, God bless you, man. Because you're gonna see it all come to fruition. Like I said, all those people who are laughing at us, they're not gonna be laughing at us soon. Trust me. You have no idea what's coming, man. These people are going to burn in hell, man. I mean, look how perfect this Jesus with a crown is. Let me show you how perfect it is, okay? The words the crown, all right? If you were to write the crown, this is what it equals on the top, which is even more important. Look, the crown equals 106 forward, 110 backwards. And that is what I just showed you here in the totals for Jesus. See, Jesus has every perfect thing, but look, 106, 110. And notice that it has a 611 with a crown. You see 611 with a crown. And 1010 is perfect. 10 means, because Jesus was the only begot 10. Begot 10. Because 10 means perfect. You know what I mean? Just like this. 110. Begot 10. You understand? 10 means perfect, And anyway, so so that was the crown. I told you on the top row it would equal 106, 110, just like in Jesus with a crown had that numbers. And also look what, so Elvis has the El means God in Hebrew. The top row for the word El is 1737. Okay, so I just got finished showing you the crown connecting to Jesus with a crown. 1737 is the word EL on the top row. And look what's right here. Jesus' second row. Look, 1737. You see that? And guess, see the 7-3 is the EL, right? So guess who turns 89 next year? Elvis. Everybody got a little Elvis in them. Elvis. Elvis. You see that? Folks, if you can't understand what I'm showing you, I don't know what to tell you. So check this out. You see the 89 and 17? 89:17. Remember, I just showed you right there in Jesus with a crown, 89:17. So check this out. I told you Trump's going to get his head won on August 4th in Ohio. Look, Ohio is the 17th state. And what is the word high? Two crowns and a high. 8, 9. H is the 8th letter, I is the 9th letter. You see that? So you have the 8, 9, and 17. Look at that. See? 89, 17. You see what I'm saying? Look how perfect this is right here. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And if you add the 2 to the 5 and the 4 right here, that's the 254th day is 9/11. And the 216th day is August 4th. You just see, I mean, just look how perfect this thing is. Okay? I told you, everything they do is to mock God, okay? And by the way, yeah, someone's mentioning something about Elvis gospel song. That How Great Thou Art and Why Me Lord is the way that Elvis sings it is beautiful. How Great Thou Art and Why Me Lord. When he sings it, it sounds great. Brings tears to my eyes. But again, just because somebody is saying nice things or whatever doesn't make them of God, folks. Because Satan comes as an angel of light, folks. Satan comes as an angel of light. Okay? So don't get suckered in by that, because that's why everybody loves Elvis. You know what I'm saying? The whole world loves Elvis, man. Okay? That's why, why would he sing a song called Devil in Disguise, man? Come on. All right? These are not coincidences, man. All right? Like I said, Trump he's the dark O, and Elvis is the shining O. Get it? The shining O and the dark O. Donnie Darko. Get it? Trump. Donnie Darko. Yeah, no, I know you know it. I was just saying that, I was just telling the people, because some people, remember Elvis saying that Jesus is king and everything else, just like Trump. Trump said the same thing. What did Trump do? He was mocking Jesus when he was saying, "Oh yeah, the one up there, he's more popular than me, way more popular, or whatever, But I'm a close second," or something like that. He says. Remember, I showed that. When it first happened that day, I showed it. Anyway, folks, I've been on too long. My throat's hurting. And yeah, that's right. Trump reads that snake poem. Anyone who got in late to the chat, please watch from the beginning, okay? I'm going to leave this video up, okay? Someone's asking, what is the 110 connection to 420? What do you mean, what is it? Well, the 110th day is 420, yeah. That's right. And that's why Elvis got his crown on the 110th day of the year. You know, Elvis, he started working for Crown Electric on 420 in 1954. So look, folks, I, you know, I can't go into every connection with Elvis, okay? Yes, it's all connected, all of it, you know. Yes. Um, anyway, I'm trying to think. There's so much, folks. You know what I hate is leaving stuff out, even though I have to end the video. But just, you know, just that one more thing. I go, okay, let me just do one more piece, one more piece, one more piece. It's never ending. I could go literally on for 24 hours and still not finish telling you what everything connects. Oh man, see, I don't have any more pieces of paper left. Let me see if I can use an older one. Yeah, here's one. Check this out. Just to show you guys, because remember, VIS, all right, when you see it like this, you see the Roman numeral, this is the number 6. Okay, so ELVIS, right? VIS. So EL means God. So what does this mean? VI is the Roman numeral 6. So VI is 6. So if you have 6s, that means it's 6, more than 1 6. 6s with an S. So it's 66 or 666 or 6666. You get what I'm saying? So it's EL6s. That's what that says. L6s. All right. And I've shown you what L6s equal. I'm not going to show it now. But what's interesting about that is, what the heck was I going to talk about? Now I can't remember. Oops, look what I did. I actually made somebody a moderator, then I had to delete it. Anyway, I accidentally made somebody a moderator, one of the trolls. Anyway, so L6s. Now watch this, folks. Okay? VI is 6s, right? VI with the S. So it's 6s, L6s, because L means God. He's the 666 God, right? They're saying to look out for. So it's right in his name, man. Do you understand? It's right in his name. Okay? So, so wait. So I'm telling you that he's coming back in June, right? Look at this. Hold on. So, is it a coincidence that um, that watch? Is it a coincidence that VIS, which means 6s, remember, L6s, that the word June equals 50, 14, 64, and VIS, it's forward numbers, not the backward. The backward doesn't equal the same, but the forward numbers equal 50, 14. See that? It's the only 6s. The only 6s. I mean, the only thing that VIS could equal with a calendar would be the June. June is the 50, 14. See that? You see what I'm saying here? So that means that L June, which equals 67, is the same as Elvis equals 67. But not the backward numbers, just the forward numbers would be the same. You see what I'm saying? And is it just a coincidence that June has the 666th month? You see what I'm saying? Because June has the 6th month, because it's the 6th month. Then the 66th month is the 6th month down. I mean, the 6th row down if you keep going, and because every 12 months, right? So it's the 6th month, then the 66th month, then the 666th month. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, folks. I'm going to end the video. Because I created the month calendar chart, just like I did with the clock going around and around. Just keep going. Instead of doing 24 hours, go to 48, 72, 96, 120, 144, 168. Just keep going and going, Or, that way you can see what every time is. You know what I mean? Like if you went like military time, it would be 24 hours, right? But instead of starting back at 1, you'd say 1 is 25, then 2 is 26. You get what I'm saying? That's how you figure, just keep going. That's what I did with the, yeah, that's what I did with the clock too. All right, folks. Anyway, like I said, I just can't keep going, folks. It has to end somewhere. All right, folks. God bless all of you. And make sure, if you came in late to the chat, make sure you watch from the beginning, okay? Yes, Jesus is King. There's nothing I'm saying or nothing anybody says that's more important than you knowing that Jesus is our Lord and Savior. Absolutely. Amen. Hallelujah, man. That's all. There's nothing. Nothing else matters, man. That's why I said, I told you folks, I don't mind being humiliated because I'm trying to explain to you that I know what the Holy Spirit revealed to me is going to come to fruition. And because this was my destiny. Okay. That's why I've never changed the dates. I've never changed the players. I've never changed the place. Okay. Because if you were to change it, if you're changing the dates, that means that the Holy Spirit didn't reveal it to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Once Elvis came into the picture with me, it was it. It sealed the deal. Okay. That's when I knew what the Holy Spirit revealed to me was what I was thinking all along, which was, I was saying that first I was talking about Obama and Trump. Okay. That was the original things that I was talking about. But I said, they can't be the Antichrist because there's something missing here. There's a missing piece to this puzzle. I said, who is it? Who could be the Antichrist? And then I remember the person I was obsessed with as a child. I said, he was my first obsession, Elvis. I said, Elvis is beloved by everybody and he's known as the king. I said, it has to be him. And there was no other way around it, He's the only one, And I didn't know any of these connections, none, when I said that Elvis is the Antichrist. I had none, everything you just saw, I had no idea, all right? And like I said, everything was supernatural, you'll see. Everything led me to God, and my destiny is to reveal who the Antichrist is to you, okay? Anyway, and yeah, that's the whole point I was making, that no matter how many people laugh at us or laugh at me, really, but I'm saying even to you guys who believe in this. So what I'm saying is, they will not be laughing soon, folks. Trust me. You have no idea. They're going to be on their knees begging God for forgiveness for what they've done and said about us, okay? Anyway, God bless all of you. All right, I'm going to end the chat. Like I said, I can't keep going. It's like a 7-day, 24-hour a day, 7-day week puzzle. I mean, literally, I would have to keep going for 7 days before I could even get close to finishing what I want to say about this puzzle. All right. Yes, God bless all of you. That's right. Because you all have spiritual eyes and ears. Trust me. All right. Anyway, Jesus is God. End of video.